I'm Jerica, and this is my argumentative presentation on government assistance. Many Americans today receive welfare, also known as government assistance. Sometimes this assistance is given to Americans and temporary citizens. Things such as food stamps, daycare assistance, and unemployment are all covered through welfare. The government should minimize whom receives this assistance and limit their help. Some recipients do utilize the welfare during hard times and actually use it as a benefit. Others are known to take advantage of the government system. I strongly disagree with helping the ones that are taking advantage of this help. There have been cases where people on welfare abuse the help that they are given. Therefore, I strongly believe they should be monitored properly. Emily Badger said once, "Poverty looks pretty great if you are not living in it. The government gives you free money to spend on steak and lobster, on tattoos and spa days, on why not, cruise vacations and psychic visits. This means we do not really know or understand what people on assistance are spending their government-assisted money on." According to an article in the New York Times, the United States poverty levels and welfare levels have decreased by almost 60% when the help has been monitored properly. In the past, the adults and families sometimes take advantage of the system and refuse to work because they are receiving such an abundance of help with money and food, and if they decide to work, it would be taken away. The help should be for a short amount of time and not to be continued year after year with any evidence of these people trying to help their families or themselves. Therefore, as a result, the children in these families learn from their parents that receiving government money is in the norm and very acceptable for a lifetime, while others are struggling, working, and trying to save their hard-earned money for a better future. In reading 4 articles, there was none opposing the use of welfare. This argumentative topic is varied and studied year after year, and many have their own opinions on the topic. Emily Badger also said once, "The problem, according to this picture, isn't that poor people won't work. It's that the work they do can't sustain them." Which means some people that do not use the government assistance do have jobs, but they do not necessarily pay all the bills or pay all the groceries. Emily Badger says, "This data may be its own research test. Maybe you look at it and see the third of families on welfare who work, but the 2/3 who do not for various reasons. We do not know what every person is receiving in assistance, nor do we know how they are spending it or using it. Drug testing is one way to minimize the welfare abuse. All people on welfare, elderly, middle-aged, and teens, should be drug tested to prevent abuse. If one is found to be using a controlled substance without the permission of a doctor, then the individual should be banned from reapplication of the welfare or any government assistance." I do not have a rebuttal because I believe that government assistance is good, but should only be given to those who truly need it and are not abusing the system's help.